Hey, welcome into the Warrior Sports Network for our football season preview show. I'm Tim Coleman, voice of the Warriors, joined by head coach Nathan McDaniel. Coach, it's time for football.
Yeah, man, it seems like forever ago since we took the field, and so it's exciting to get back in the swing of things and to get the season rolling. I'm really excited about this season that we're about to play.
Not going to dwell on the past, but let's just quick recap of last season. 2 plays you and I talked this summer. 2 plays, maybe from making the playoffs.
Yeah.
That season's behind us. Kids learned a lot. I wanted to ask you about the mentality of the kids coming into fall camp, as well as how many of our guys went on to play college ball.
Yeah, so the biggest thing moving from last year into this year, we knew it going into the offseason, is that we were going to have a tremendous off-season program, because that's something that they had really never had. And so the kids from, the Monday after we finished, we really talked about the off-season program that we had to have in order to compete at this level of competition. So the kids have really bought in. They did a really, really good job this offseason in the weight room. Our strength numbers have gone through the roof. We're light years ahead of where we were at this point last year. Again, going back to last year, not dwelling on it, but I thought the kids did a good job given the hand that they were dealt. But they were just so far behind the 8 ball that we were playing catch up all year. So I really feel a lot more confident moving into this season, just where we are as a program as a whole going into year 2. We had 3, A.J. Gauchi, Drew Ray, and Jacob Sharp, who ended up going to Atlanta. They're playing at a school in Atlanta. And then Royce Bryars is looking at a potential walk-on opportunity. So those guys are really proud of them and look for them to have a tremendous career at the next level.
Coach, one thing that excited me last year was seeing the community involvement in the program and people that just showed up for the games, rallied around the team. Talk about what this community means to you and what the community means to the program.
Yeah, actually, moving back to that I actually left Brady Kruger out. He's playing quarterback in baseball at Faulkner University, so I didn't mean to leave him out. But man, one of the things that I love most about Elberta is just the community support that's behind this program each and every Friday night. And just not on Friday nights, but just throughout the whole year. These people in Elberta and Lillian and Summerdale wanted a program, wanted a school for so long. And now that it's here, man, they do everything they can to support this program. So it is a really enjoyable place to be on a Friday night, to see the town shut down and all these people come out and support our team, win, lose, or draw. My wife and I have just fell in love with this little place called Elberta, and man, the people here are incredible.
I know continuity is an important thing for a program, and the coaching staff this year is pretty much intact. You got one new coach, I believe. Who's our new
coach? Brad Johnson came from Jackson High School. He had actually worked with one of our assistant principals, John Carter, at another school, and Brad has just come in and taken the bull by the horns and done a great job. So, continuity is a big deal. We all know how we work together, and we know what each other's thinking. So we have a great staff, tremendous men that we just enjoy working together every day, man. They love the kids, and they work hard for the kids.
So I was talking just a few minutes ago to Andrew, looking forward to the offense this year, and to talk just a little bit about who's coming back, how many new starters we have on offense.
Right. Well, I think we've probably got about 7 or 8 new starters on offense. However, a lot of those kids played a lot of meaningful snaps last year. Starting with the trigger man, Hunter Powers, who's going to have to replace Brady Kruger, and that's a tall task. Brady was an incredible player, and so Hunter's got some big shoes to fill, but he understands that and he embraces that, and he's done a great job this offseason of building that trust and building those leadership qualities that you have to have at that position. And so he's done some really good things throughout the summer in 707 and now through fall camp, and I really look for him to do some big things over the next 2 years.
I know your wheelhouse is defense. Nate Steiner there in the middle. Yeah. What a great year he had last year. You're glad to have him back.
Yeah, Nathan, we've got a couple of guys on defense right now that, we would say as coaches are our alpha males of our team, with Nate Steiner and Seth Sims. Honestly, we were atrocious last year on defense. We weren't very good. We had some major holes that You know, it's easy to hide one on a Friday. Not easy, but you can hide one, maybe two. But when you're trying to hide several, that makes it tough, and you can get exposed really quick. And so the kids that we're going to have out there on that side of the ball, it's going to be night and day. And Seth Sims and Nate Steiner bring such leadership qualities to that side of the football, to where, you know, you always say if something's not going right, you look for somebody to stop the bleeding. And Nathan and Seth are those guys. They can get you, when something's not going right, they're the ones who grab you by the face mask and say, you know, let's go, let's get it going. So I'm really excited about those two guys. They lead not only by example, but they lead vocally, they lead off the field. They do everything you want for them to do as a leader of your defense.
So if I look at the schedule correctly, is our schedule the exact same as last year, just the home and away
That's
reverses?
exactly right. Yeah, we're in year 2 of our contracts. You know, the HSAA and football works on 2-year contracts, and so we're in the second year. It just flips home and away. So yeah, it'll be the exact same schedule as last year.
How do you feel about the schedule this year in your region? Do you feel like the schedule is going to be more difficult? Do you feel like the kids are stepping up to the challenge to where we should expect to be in a lot of these ball games?
Sure, absolutely. I think that we're going to be a lot more competitive in some of those bigger games. Our region, 5A Region 1 is a very difficult region, but it's top-end heavy. You've got St. Paul's and Faith Academy and UMS Wright, who are just traditional powers right there at the top. And then there at the not the bottom, but at the second half of that is Satsuma and us and LaFleur and BC Rain. And so, you know, the first thing that you have to do is win the ones you're supposed to win. You know what I mean? Win the ones we feel like we're supposed to win and secure your playoff spot. Once you've secured your playoff spot, then you can go and compete for those other ones. So that's kind of our goal this year. You know, in the second year as a true varsity 5A football program, let's get in the playoffs, man. Let's get in the playoffs, win the games we're supposed to, and then go try to win a couple we're not supposed to. You know what I mean? And so, and I fully expect for our kids, just with a year in the weight room, a full off-season program, that they're going to be a lot more competitive. And I'm really excited in those big games, and I'm really excited about that opportunity.
So for me, it's been fun getting to know you a little bit and watching you and how you interact with the kids. And I just want to ask, so I see you on Friday, and I kind of see your mindset, laser focused. That's not the day for me to come to you and talk about fishing or politics or deer hunting. You're zoned in. You got that Diet Coke in your hand. Yeah. What you know? If the fans, you're sitting in your office on Friday and you're just getting ready for the game, got your earbuds in. What are you doing? Are you listening to like the Toy Story soundtrack, or what are your game day traditions?
Honestly, traditions. I don't know if I have traditions. I do know that I'm kind of a creature of habit, and so there are certain, I guess, maybe rituals. I guess I cut my hair every Thursday night. I shave my head every Thursday night for game day. On Fridays, honestly, I like to be alone, just to gather my thoughts and to play the game out in my head. A lot of noise, a lot of chaos, a lot of ruckus around me gives me a lot of anxiety on game days, and so I just kind of like to be by myself. I try to pick me out at least 25, 30 minutes. I can cut the light off in my office and just kind of sit there and process the day and have some quiet time to myself to get my pregame schedule ready and my play cards ready and all that type of stuff. So I really like to just have some time to myself on Fridays so that when the kids get down, we're ready to roll.
All right, let's have a little fun.
Yeah.
Let them know, what's your favorite food?
Oh, Lord. Favorite food? Probably pizza. My wife and I, we eat a lot of pizza. I love Italian food. It's really good stuff.
All right. Your favorite music? What's on your iPod or your Spotify?
Yeah, we like a lot of country music. Being around kids all the time, you hear all kind of stuff. You listen to a little bit of everything, but we like country music. My 9-year-old and 2-year-old love to listen to country music. So right. We listen to a little bit of country and a little bit of Christian music, obviously. So.
On Saturday, who's your favorite college team? Who are you watching?
That's a trick question. I've always been an Auburn fan. Always have been an Auburn fan. However, we've had kids throughout our career that have played at multiple places, and we've still got kids, even from previous places that I've been that are still playing. So, I like to see everybody do well. I've got friends on staffs in college, and so I like to see those guys do well. But at heart, I'm an Auburn fan. But like I said, I've got some guys at Bama that I know, and Georgia Tech, and all over the place. So I pull for all of those guys.
You have a favorite pro team? Do you watch pro football?
I do. I mean, really and truly, our staff does a fantasy football league. That's kind of our escape for just a little bit, but that's been a lot of fun to kind of keep up with that. So I like the Saints just because they're so close, but really and truly, we keep up with our fantasy football a whole lot. So I guess my favorite pro team is my fantasy football team.
All right. What's your favorite vacation spot?
Disney World.
Okay.
Yeah, my wife and I are big Disney people. She's actually a Disney travel agent. That's what she does for a living. And so yeah, anytime we get the opportunity to hop down to Orlando, that's really good.
Good deal. Well, I wanted to just let them hear you a little bit, some of your personal life.
Yeah.
You got a great family, and we're happy to have you in Elberta, Nate, and excited about this season. Let's go ahead and talk. Coming up, we're ready for the first game, big home game.
Yeah.
I know you're expecting the stadium, John T. Cobb Stadium, to be packed for Gulf Shores.
Yeah, absolutely. Gulf Shores is going to be a much improved team. They've had some struggles in the last few years, and we were fortunate enough to beat them last year in the first game. But they've got a new staff. Mark Hudspeth, who was at Louisiana Lafayette and most recently Austin Peay University. Brian Van Gorder, who was the defense coordinator for the Atlanta Falcons and Auburn and Notre Dame and all over the place. So, and then they've had some kids that have moved in there. And so, 7, 8 kids that move in make a big difference. And so we're going to have a tremendous challenge in front of us. But you know what? Our kids are up for it, man. And our coaches are up for it. We're excited about the opportunity to play. And to play those guys. So it's going to be a packed house. They're going to bring a big crowd with all the excitement over there. Elberta's going to be here. So we're looking for a tremendous atmosphere next Friday night.
So next Friday night, August 20, kickoff is at 7 p.m. You better get here early if you want to get a good seat, and we'll get the season under the way. And of course, every Friday night, especially when we're at home, we expect to see John T. Cobb packed out and cheering on our Elberta Warriors. Coach, thank you for a few minutes.
Thank you,
and the kickoff show. We appreciate your time, and we'll look forward to a good season.